Hello, Mark. Welcome back to Romania.
Yeah, thanks.
You seem like a regular here.
Yeah. Every year, come here a few times. It's great. It's great to be back, and amazing festival.
Yeah, it was a great atmosphere in the tent.
Yeah.
I want to ask you. I mean, it's gonna be like 15 years since you started to blow up,
Yeah.
and I wanted to ask you how it all started for you, like before the breakthrough.
Oh, not much. Just kicking about, making tunes, and then just like anyone trying to break through. You just you love what you do, and that's the most important thing. And then I started sending my tunes to record labels. I got knocked back loads of times, and then gradually it sort of my tunes started to get better, and then I just sort of like one thing led to another, and every step was more of an audience, more fans, and then Afterglow happened, and Take You Higher, and my first album came together, and that was really a point where I sort of blew up internationally. I started coming over here and did some amazing shows over here to start with. I remember it was Electric Castle Festival, and we did like shows in car parks all around. I remember we did a big tour out of here, and it was just as Afterglow was blowing up, and these underground car parks were packed, full of people, and it was amazing. It felt like a real kind of underground culture as well, and from there it just everything got bigger. So yeah, it was amazing.
Why drum and bass and not another genre?
I think just drum and bass. I used to be a drummer. I still am a drummer, but I haven't played the drums in years. But I just like the energy in the music, and also, I like the jungle. Well, I was kind of into jungle, like the drum breaks, the amen breaks, the way that everything was chopped up, sampling, finding old records and finding samples, and trying to dig deep and find samples. I like the hip hop culture, and I just kind of got into it that way, and then I discovered the more electronic side of it, and I've loved it ever since, and I always love making it, It's such a crazy energy drum and bass, so yeah.
How did you meet Becky Hill? I mean, you started to do a lot of songs together.
Well, she'd just done The Voice, and it was just a session. Like when you're a songwriter, you go around in London. We have like a songwriting culture where you go and do studio sessions with different people, and you meet all these different songwriters. I've worked with hundreds of people, very talented, and this particular time was with Becky Hill and a couple of other songwriters, and then Afterglow was made, and honestly, sometimes making the song takes a short period of time, and then the journey that you go on with that song can last. Well, this one's lasted for 12, 13 years, It's amazing. So amazing journey.
Do you ever get bored or playing this song?
No, I think sometimes, I don't know, I mean, to me the song, when I perform it now, it's all about the reaction you get from the crowd, and it's all about, in America, for example, it's only just really blowing up over there.
Really?
It's crazy, it's 10 years later and I'm going out there. I used to play it out there and no one really knew what it was. And now, maybe it's because of TikTok, I hear, it's got like a really big sort of boom over there now. So that's becoming really big over there, and it's really cool to see, and it's amazing that a song, for me, making music is about making a song that's going to last a long time. I'm very particular about not making a song I try not to make songs that just have a peak really quickly and then just drop off. I try and make a song that I feel like is going to stand the test of time, and be a bit of a classic. And I think with that song, it really became that.
It is a classic anthem.
Yeah, it's amazing. I mean, it's its own thing, we all created it, the songwriters, Becky, Brad, and all the crew that wrote that song, and we just created this thing, and I elevated it to a point where it sort of became its own thing, and it just floats around, and you never know what's going to happen next with it. It's pretty crazy. That's the amazing thing about making music, is you create something, and hopefully that thing becomes something that you can't control, you know. It's its own sort of force, and it just, it's amazing, man, how it travels around and affects people and saves people's lives. And
Indeed.
you know, it's been wedding songs, funeral songs, it's just everywhere, you know, it's crazy, it really is, yeah.
But enough about the past. You just released, I mean, I think now,
Yeah, I mean, I think, Midnight Here,
a new song
single. Yeah,
that you played here.
Yeah, I'm really happy with this one. I mean, this is, I'd say, like, this is, as far as the reaction that I've got from audiences who I've played it around in New Zealand and America and around Europe, and you know, we only finished it probably 2 weeks ago. I really finished it, and
To send it for the streaming platforms.
and literally, like, it was, I mean, we had it all booked in and it was coming out, and I had to change the audio because when I was on tour I was like, oh, I could make it a little bit better, and now it's out, and I'm just so excited. Like, now's the moment where I go online and I see the reaction. But every time I've played it, it's just got this connection with people, and I think sometimes when you make songs, you are never guaranteed to have that, and this song, I've really noticed that, so I'm really excited about it.
I think it's gonna blow up this summer.
Hopefully, yeah. I mean, you know, I just love it, so whatever happens, you know. And the songwriter's North, who's on the vocals, she's an incredible new artist, you know, a bit like when Becky came through with Afterglow, and that really excites me, working with amazing singers. And I don't feel like the song is anything without the voice and the person that's talking to the audience, and that is, you know, in this case it's North, and she's really excited, and so it's coming out today, and I'm excited to see how it does, you know, but mostly it just means a lot to me, and it means a lot to when I see people in the crowd connecting with it. I think that's the most important thing.
You tour a lot. Tell me, how do you manage your mental health?
Well, you know, I think sometimes, you know, it is hard. Like, I love it. I love going around, and you get energy from the people you meet, like yourself and you guys. But, you know, I think knowing that it's okay to be tired, it's okay to cancel things, you know, it's not okay to cancel things, but when you do really need to, you are just a human, and it's okay just to, like, say, right, I've had enough, I need to go away for a little bit. And I think sometimes in this industry, people aren't allowed to do that. There's lots of things when you do big festivals where even if you're ill, if you can't pay loads of money and things like that, which personally I think it's really hard for the person that's performing, because everyone's got their own sort of inner demons, or if when you're really tired, it's really hard. So I think it's just about making sure you carve out time for yourself. Maybe that's a day, maybe that's having a little sleep in the hotel before, or going to bed early, not having too many drinks. All these things, you know, really help your mental health when you're touring, and doing fitness and things like that as well.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
All right, well, thanks for having me.
You're gonna have to say now "Acesta zi în fise." That's how my interview is.
Okay, yeah.
So look over there and say "Acesta zi în fise." 1, 2, 3, go.
Artista Zain Fisa.
Perfect. Perfect.
Thank you, man.
Thank you so much,
Nice
and
one,
I
man.
really love your work.
Thank you very much. Cheers, guys.